we got a perfect spawn right here. You have a river village that's right here, goes out in the middle of the river like so, and a little bit of flatland plains on the side. Great building opportunities. If we take a look, this is the size of the village. It goes all the way up to this savanna biome right here. It's not that big of a savanna biome. You do have some plains on the other side of it as well, which is pretty good. If we turn around, you have a larger plains biome with a lot of great building opportunities. And straight ahead, you can already see the ruin portal, which is pretty good location. There is another village right there into that forest right here. But we also have another great building feature right here. Got this little flat area right here. And if we turn around, we got this. I always like little features like this, where you just it's kind of like a structure or like a foundation for a potential build in the future. And then, as you can see, there's the village. You also have a large crater down here as well, or not crater, cave system entrance. So, yeah, enjoy. We got another amazing plain seed right here. So you're gonna spawn in this forest area right here. You do got more forest area over there, so you do have a variety of trees. But if we look towards where the sun spawned, which is gonna be over in that area, you're gonna come across a plains biome. Decent amount of flat area, not too far from spawn. You do have a little river / lake area right here. And you got more plains biome over there, which is great. You got a little bit more flat area over there. But it also is right next to this village right here. It is honestly a really cool village. A lot of it is out on the ocean. If we drop below the water, that's what you got. So could potentially even turn this into a partially underwater village right here. That could be kind of cool. And we also have a shipwreck. Yes, you have a shipwreck right next to the village. As you can see, it's not too far away from there. So large plains area, cool coastal village, and a shipwreck, all relatively close to spawn. We got another amazing plains seed right here. Decent amount of flat area right by spawn. It's on an island. You got a little lava lake right here, a little ravine right here. It doesn't go down too far, but still pretty cool. And if you come over here, got a little bit more flat area over on this side, and you got a little bit more on that stony beach area over there, some more over there, a little bit more over there, and on this nearby island, you got some, not as much as that one, but could be good for a great build over there, and you got some more off in that distance. If we come over to the other side of the island, you will see you got a little bit of flat area right there. And you also have an interesting feature. I personally really like it. Adds a little bit more to the seed. And that is this little crater lake right here. You got a little bit of flat area right here. And then you got a little bit of crater lake right here. So, and a little island out in the middle. So if you like that, enjoy. We got amazing plains village seed right here. So you're going to spawn right here. Decent amount of flat area right there on this plains area. If you come up to the hill, you do have a pretty good sized village. As you can see here, some of it's down here, works its way up, and then kind of loops up over here to this part of the forest. So really interesting village. And if we come to this side of the plains biome, you do have more great building potential. And then we just keep following. Got a little bit more beach area, a little bit more plains, all great building locations. And then we do have a little village, decent sized, almost as like this is a dam. If you look at here, it kind of almost blocks off the river. So yeah, still this village does have a lot of great building potential, as it has a lot more wide open area that is great for building. So yeah, enjoy. We got a massive flatland plains biome right here. So you're going to spawn right next to this large body of water. You do have a pretty good sized forest over there. But we also have a lot of plains biome with a lot of flat area, like right there, a little bit by the beach, a little bit more right there, and a little bit more over there. So pretty decent plains biome right off the bat. At spawn, right there, you got a pretty good sized plains area with a lot of great flatland building potential, as you can see right here. Really, really good. And you do have some more over here on this part of the land right here by this river. And you got little bits here and there spread throughout this hill area, like by this lava pool. Great building potential. Might require a little bit of terraforming on that part. Got a little bit more over on that hill area right there. You do have a little bit of access to some stone right there. And as you go up higher, you got a little bit more, as you tend to with some of these hill biomes or hill plains. So yeah, really, really good plain seed for building. We got another massive plains biome that has a lot of great places for building, a lot of flat area, like right here. Great area for building. A little bit more over there as well, as you can see. You even have a little island right there, a little pool surrounding it. And over here, you do have a ruined portal that sits on the water, and a pretty interesting village that has this part of the village in the forest. Then it is cut in half by a ravine, and with the rest of the village in the plains biome. So that, I think, is pretty cool. If you head off in this direction, you have even more plains area that is great for building. Even more so on the other side of the river as well. You got a nice hill area over there, and another village off in the distance. In the center part of this little hill area, you got some more great areas for building. Decent amount of flat area right there. And you got some more over there, and some more over there. So just a lot of great building potential throughout this massive plains biome. Enjoy. We got another amazing plains biome. It's not quite similar to the other ones. This is more narrow. So you have this snow area right here with a large forest right there and some great building potential on that hill right there. Decent amount of flat area or flat lands. And down at the river over there, you do have a decent amount of flat area for building as well. However, what stands out to me is this area by spawn. You have this part of the plains biome that is just really good for building potential. It is on different layers and might require some terraforming, but you also got some really good scenery to go with it. You got some mountains over there, mountains right there, and mountains over there with this nice little mountain village right by spawn, as you can see. Just a lot of great building potential. And you could also build something up here if you wanted to. So, enjoy. We got another amazing flatland plains biome. But first, you're going to spawn right next to this large body of water right here. You do have a decent amount of plains or flat area off in the distance right there on that hill. Great building potential there. But right by spawn is where it's at. As you can see, a lot of great building potential. There's a lot of flat area right by spawn, as you can see. Some of it on the beach, some of it in the plains biome itself. On top of that hill, you obviously have the cherry trees or the Sakura trees. Really good build potential up there if you want to clear some of the trees out. It's relatively flat up there. You do have the ruined portal right here, and I'll show you what I mean. As you can see, clear some of the trees, you can end up building like a good house right here. It'd be like a really, really great building potential. It's almost up to the cloud height for those who like to build close to that as well. And right next to it is a little village. As you can see, really great building potential right there. Sakura trees on the top, potential building locations if you clear out some of them. Little village and a large plains biome with a ruined portal. So enjoy. We got another perfect seed right here that is plains flatland oriented. As you can see, you got a really great start for building right there. You turn over here, you got even more great plains locations that are good for building. A lot of flat area. Some of it is a little bit on the hill as well, but not too much. Will require minimal terraforming. And you do have a surface or beach shipwreck right there, so enjoy. And if we come off in this direction, you have more plains over there. Some more great building locations by that river. And if we come over in this direction, you will see that we have even a larger amount of plains, although it is kind of broken up with this river area. I really like this river seed. Got a little river village right there, ruined portal, and a snow part of the seed right over there. So enjoy. We got another perfect plains biome right at spawn. As you can see, a lot of great flatland areas for building. You even have this hill right here that has a Sakura tree biome right there, snow-capped mountains and hills over there, a little bit of flat area off in the distance as well, and even more plains biome off in that direction. So you just have a lot of building potential on the plains biome, relatively close to spawn. If we head over in this direction, you do have a little bit of building potential on that area over there, and you do have a small little village over here. As you can see, it's not that big, but you know, it's usable. A lot of great building potential there. You do have some more plains biomes off in that distance, and you also have a ruined portal close to that Sakura tree biome that's right over there. And if you come over here, across this river, you have more plains that is great for building, and another village. So, as you can see, really good building potential right here. You do have a small little island on this lake right here. This village is a lot bigger than the other one, probably about 3 or 4 times the amount of houses. So, really good there. And on top of this hill, you do have a lot of building potential. As you can see, you got a lot of flat area on top of it, a little bit more over there. And if you're willing to get rid of some trees, you could even build something in this area right here as well. So enjoy.